Memo watching na memo akwa ba mfa mbra na watch adwuma dey so ewo Adom TV. Na watch akwa aba san ba beto ya wo se yetumitina. Na yedwendwe o man Ghana ho ye hwe kwan e fa so e beto ma o man Ghana akọ nanim. Na watch we nsem bebre na na asi. Na ne yesi ekonwa ye ba behwe eye emumi nsa ye bedi hu nkomo na ya hwe so so do adwenkyere no ba beta ye chi na bibia akoye. Onim se aban we there were petitions were high call presidency, and a presidency the command the Council of State. The responses by the Chief Justice, and the bomb were established near friend of prima facie. Na Banasano constitutional say president no bit to me, I suspended the Chief Justice, and a president no and the Chief Justice get to talk on on suspension or before and active. Na no na GBA the Ghana Bar Association eko koshia no mo so de nsebe beto ja say na president aye no emfamra kwan so ntie be ya enka immediately no on left as suspension no ye bisa say so officials are class between GBA and President Mahama over Chief Justice na analysis being no almost see to me AEP and a main for abetina sia ye be hwe ne yi e de apie na Adia ba kusu aba Ghana ye electricity company of Ghana e nyina nim say dodo na akere say ECG na o say ma private for participate na e kwan be dey ma private for participate this government akere say o be ade friend concession into o be fa part of ECG no me dey ma private player but ECG company dey still ano e be o my Ghana there e bisa say ne aban pese oye no concession no kwan o se ekono eno no ana na ye nyina so yenim se A+ eye honorable Kwame Asare-Bedi ako ono MP for Gomua Central area na wotwe nsem bia beto no ene Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine Ntemo some accusations of nsem bia enya ni ade na no ene ne ye hwe na ye yi ne mako na ya hwe se asem no ne nipa ne sen na we na eye ora honorable Kwame Asare-Bedi akode nsem bebre bi abetudwa ene e ne Facebook page so o kire se o hwa or the betudwa about an hour ago or say asem e de nsem we nyina bai no efi eye X enka na ye friend Twitter account be also no fee say a fake because enyo no ne de or say enam sa no Dr. Dominic Ayine ejina sa fake account in someone betu dwan so e kan sembi e won a press conference and say e mo no so A+ ejina so de sembi ko to ne Facebook account no say wo hwe ensem about air sanitation in some by ne dia ono ankasa A+ e won no one verified Facebook account eni na dwempo e de ato a wo kwa eni da ho pefe e de mo bia nto ko ha wo ba ko hu sensem no sa na eni sitie no ho no so na dwemkyere se na sitie o say the only time or by in contact with ASR NSS issue no mo accusing no in November 2024 wa bra young man be approaching no ka say omo accuse no falsely no oyobi oye media personality and also a majority shareholder in a Ghanaian media company. What declaring in asset declaration no. And so will be a seeking assistance, of course. Obeshono Wabuani panel in air media engagement. Or saying I'm ready kind and YSR. Even those are previous government in a persecuted mono or Kumomo. A bit is a doctor a Atoforson. Or no himself or a man of integrity into Jina Komano. It is obi de asemi betwa ne sa eno nkyere se na ne ho for NSS ne mo o say Dr. Dominic Ayine ewo nsem bi efa ne ho ewo sa NSS ne mo a omfantudwa na Ghana fo nyina no entumi enho be o say o take full responsibility of the words and the actions guest when who say nsem bi wo kan ya na bia akoma so nti o de kan ye no owning up to those words, no. I see you moving forward in unity and sincerity, now with the national interest and the welfare of Ghanaian people as our ultimate guide. Kwame Asare-Bediako, A+, Asare Obeng, A+, Member of Parliament, Gomwa Central Constituency, in their Odebetuja, I don't know. Etienne, na yenshen semna say na fede yemfa ne hoso emfa to so na yenko yenim. Ebi amesha say from A+ the no kra na fede ya ko yenim kama. Now in the studio with me and they mebo ame etumi adi dwume eye Ora Haruna Amaliba Kingsley, or a member of the NDC's National Communications team. Amaliba, good morning. Maybe I have a
I'm on my way.
Okay,
Good.
And from the MPP side, Issa Fusaini, the Western Regional Communications Director of the MPP. Issa the Miami uncle from Western, you know, because I spent 7 years at Sky Power FM, Takrade, and I think that from 2017, Issa became the comms director of the MPP. And we work together in Western Region. That's why I know him. Issa, what's that?
Moye, now say.
Moye.
What about Dinkran into Western Region? Why you Western Region? I share. Oh, me, I'm aware. I'm aware. But they be around. Sometimes sometimes it's me too. Because no one has
Anyway, okay. A+. Amala, let me start with you. Really, A+ didn't say me about what they together look. More there are some be put on a fake account. He's trying to reconcile. So we can move on from now.
You see,
let me give you 5 minutes on this.
So, 5 minutes input also.
Oh, also. Okay, that's fine.
My member at T4 me I hear for sorry. Let me share me near the same one. They kind of see as politicians. Every politician is a potential public office holder. And by so doing, your behavior, your attitude, your conduct, and how we relate and act towards the public, very important. As a potential public office holder who exhibited some level of candor. Okay.
The MP cry is a public office, right?
Yeah, yes. Like I'm saying, any politician, like I sit here, who knows? One day NDC can decide, Malaba, you are the right person to lead us to presidential elections. Nobody can determine that. As the destiny of men are not determined by the mortal men with the feet of clay, God can make it possible.
Yeah.
So my behavior in the past, I better determine whether or not I'll be accepted by the Ghanaian people. Likewise, anybody who is a political activist. On the higher note, but on the lighter or the lesser note, every Ghanaian is entitled to hold a public office one day or the other. So, assembly beto Ghana e found and I will be a customer for the way of behavior towards the public is very important. You see, A+ on your credible person.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is the way he has proven himself to be.
How do you say so?
Very well. You remember following the allegations he peddled on the alleged, which I don't believe, fake account as he is saying. What happened at that time?
And I won't change this or say account is fake.
A moment.
Is that what you're saying?
A moment. What happened at that time? Social media platforms, they are public platforms, they are public. And you see, there are many instances Mikrama issued such a disclaimer on behalf of the Honorable MP for Tempani constituency, Honorable Lydia, now the Minister for Public Sector Reforms. Now, Nkrofobi used a creative fake Facebook account, and they were engaging people, chatting them as if they were on. Yeah, issued this disclaimer many times. So be the within you A+, you are more or less a public figure. Now be the within. I bet you what do you supposed to do? You should have quickly issued that disclaimer. You never did. You waited until the matter engaged the public attention to the time where Honorable Minister for Attorney General and the MP for Bolgatanga East, Dominic Ayini, every year press conference. Now, all the banking the issues now who accuse me of and sort of will back out. I can say, oh, account a kind of crampono, a fake account. Meanwhile, when the Honorable Minister addressed the press, yeah, all this has something to do. A+ quickly went back to his Facebook wall and alleged that and someone honorable MP Kanoya no krekra. Number one, it is about Sika ono wase the MP ni ko jeya and minister ni ko jeya now they call Brabe appointment committee. And he went on and made certain commenter that will be unworthy for me to repeat here. So what is A Plus talking about? The Honorable Minister challenged him. He should tell the Ghanaian public what he knows about the NSS scandal. And I want to assure A Plus that this matter will not rest as where he think will.
Really?
I'm telling you. So A Plus, you see,
when or see account na
where was he? Where was he? In law, if you sit on your right for some time and the matter reaches statute bad, won't mean back and be claiming that right to go. No. And in this case, the guy have willfully sat down and allowed the matters to get to the level that he can defend it. A Plus is lying. That is why I make us say, only credible person. The account belonged to him. He owns the account, and everything that was said on the account, are his words. Are his words. And immediately after the press conference by the minister, he came back and made references to someone also on that post, and even seek to justify why he did that, and even seek to correct, according to him, the alleged misinformation peddled or given by the minister. We are not going to take that. So therefore, we can assure him, the fact you are a member of parliament doesn't mean you are immune to prosecution. You can be prosecuted and jailed. And when the people was in power, Honorable Keselato Forson, the MP for the MP and then currently Minister for Finance was standing trial, right? Honorable Mahama MP for Boko Central, and now Majority Leader also stood trial for some time when the people was in power, as well as many MPs. What makes him think that he too is immune to trial? He will face it. He has brought it on. He should be the man he claimed to be, and face the music. We cannot allow such unscrupulous people to corrupt the coming generation. No, we won't accept that.
And you know, Chris, obviously, to me, the fake account on social media.
What I'm saying is that so be the fake account. The all can. What he is saying no. He is claiming. Not anybody. He is claiming. In fact, me want to post on social media platform on me. I will share it here as the program progresses. But what I'm saying is that A Plus and you're credible. Oh, you're a public figure. So be the waka uni a creative fake account. I can't send me a office and you know what do you do?
I know about.
You come out and disclaim.
So about.
He never did. He waited until the minister organized the press conference and challenged him. He even insulted the minister. When so you see a meeting in Kawaha. But the team minister not tell me people sorry to make here. Or the team minister not tell. Attend the nechi. Abraham who say Enframa ebo fit mamufo no eba no so no Enframa no day. And o yen tempa na call the social media handle no go yi some message in free ho. And then on what could that minister no be press conference how many days now? Getting to a week. I feel no wada I get the one who's a 7 wedding some and son all babontia because oh and someone may kind of crampuno now if you fake account to be a neighbor na yemia hey master please maintain so your bema one no right it should be a man enough no one facing and you na ye bobano besides them but a papi to no then you den euro you be ro so amano it be say ya
okay. All right, and you pertinent cases here, Haruna Malabar Kingsley, a member of the NDC's National Communications Team, and Fraisa Fuseni from the Western Region, on here, the Regional Director of the Communications for the MPP. Is that?
Yeah.
Nipana Pacho. We move on, right?
Mamindi can chair or Namin chair Minuana, Min chair the people of Western Region. Na Min chair National Communication Director, and the deputies Nina. On the 5th, a Monday coming, you have a demonstration Cassiapa, and to know what t-shirt in a mashi. And to have a Cassiapa or Krum, and to be Biara or Shamana or Timon Kabia and one more than one bra in their numbers. Now, I am to demonstrate na ngi mine ensi ho because maybe I mine kono my brother any time I meant na hana men defend the A+.
Okay.
But the problem here is Attorney General bibia kakrebi na wadimirka akọ media to answer questions and then also make some pronouncements bia yen say enya good for the Attorney General.
No, that's on the style.
And the style no na your question the style.
But Ghana for super.
Ghana and you be no pet me ya Ghana ni.
Okay.
Nti me pet. Na most Ghanaians too don't like it that way. A+ asemi a woka ho asemi. Nchemi a me Attorney General. Due diligence be na Attorney General eye efa account A+ or the betugwa. Did he bother to check and see? Say I don't know if A+ or neighbor. And that's a obi foforo mum no create account. No, or yeah, damn some out. Into as Attorney General of the country, before Baba out Abakasano, no why investigation who say ma sama me Baba Kano. Or ya sama or dimu nipa na all kadama no is liable for it. You don't just come and speak. You are not any ordinary person like me or any other person. We are Attorney General and Mranimnia. Ese unhu nsama o pese o kan wo public ansa na waka nti say A+ ba na obaka che say account na o di hu nkomo fa ho no a fake account. How do you deny that?
No, but the account no verified. How would the Attorney General so determine there be a onye A+?
No. Account no verified. Obanda na a friend say A+ samba out baka the account ni ngani dia.
But that's why I'm Alabaleka there. The if so and correct, you should have come out immediately when issue the bed on that.
No problem about that. But who Ubaba answer to that particular issue should verify because nowadays no be to me the Ubina account. Either fake post. And to Obandama, there also your due diligence behind the scene. No who say as someone until A+ look at a fake account no. By now the Attorney General should be able to verify and know that A+ is lying or he's or saying the truth. Another year, American there, nka evidence anka Attorney General okuta no. Verify quickly na say quietly no nka Attorney General betumi ayen hihye na wa serve A+. Only no one or parliament. In court, take him to court. And your public no baba catch and say A+ akasama for because of that no baba ya no public. Nti assembly a obi ba kafa this aban ho bia na say your press conference and say the nipa ko na
the press conference was not because of A+.
But it was part of it.
No, someone asked a question and no answer.
No answer. Nti na make there. I don't know so that day no na me share press conference. Press conference or yeah na me share. But the way or no so a year no to the extent npo or you so worse bia or no Attorney General and you so worse bia me feel say it was not even palatable at all.
Okay.
Nti me give say bibi badama ontunable na nankasa ye investigation so ye investigation fa ho na asama ye kan efa no ho anasa or concrete evidence ansa na wa proceed so betumi prosecute the case nimpo iwie uwie na wa ya press conference no am Ghanaians the detail of it but sometimes you know, he rise to the public na wa buy then wa ba prosecute ni pa ko no wa public ansa na even investigation as e koso obandama say ni pa ko no reputation no o dent ni wie there's no way you can go back and repair it again.
But only the same thing to the Attorney General's reputation, Anna.
No, Attorney General reputation can be addressed in court. Do you get what I mean? Because so officer guy no identity image or your defamation and I say or your BBA 8 year na nepa ko no betuma akọ court. And I say Attorney General betuma akọ court. No according to some or did assembly wie na so di bima. Then he comes to brief Ghanaians there. Oh, yakwa na asama osi no only I was addressing those issues behind the scene. Now, manene edi asamna ewie ama medi bimte me bana ma by press conference ama Ghana for hu bibia asamna ekosi. But you don't prosecute the person in a public edition court of opinion. Oh yeah. Na wa san so back at etire na so investigation enti dama. Na wa back abaka the asama wo kan na anka ne. That was the reason why even the issue will come in. That is why the man sued the Attorney General for the defamation and all these things. Now, or the final. So, edo boahino because the kind prosecuting the pakono or public court of opinion na sa o the court na anye how do you address that until on to nebo bibi basa ye obi awa akuma mo but the position na ye the more as attorney general you are advising the president in terms of mra or Ghana how you are advising the president so you shouldn't be the first person to jump to the media or even the spokesperson of the president, and as a government spokesperson, no. Then the Pakunia press conference, I'm quite empowered no waka.
Is as so you're saying there, as a public officer, when the public will be some question, and memo yano.
The opportunity I can say, A+ I make an allegation against me. I'm taking actions against this and A+ in the court. Okay. And very soon you'll hear from me. That can be an answer to that.
But that's your opinion.
And that's my opinion, yes, of course. So that's what I'm saying there. He shouldn't extend to the detail of the issue that A+ has. Because that's why A+ immediately, after all answered the question, we went to Facebook and then responded.
Okay. All right. You, Marty, you want a minute on
this? Just a minute.
We need to move on.
Yeah, sure. We will move on. I mean, can't you say he lacked the capacity to advise the Attorney General on any matter, bordering on the integrity of his work, and at the same time, his personal reputation. But let me tell you why. A Juman Attorney General and how much money and you Ghana for Juman the Attorney General is duty bound at any point in time to address the media where he thinks it's necessary to do so. Hey, Juman and so our friend Central for the two money say. Mojuma Ghana for their share and Sansa buying through about to a year mampeni, a mampeni, dear mammy. Sir, Tim Mojuma Kunumin Kromu, and then Jemua Mayer, and Pempen shows them the Jumana could do not saying a quantum pong when I made the media chara and from Sobenu. And you think Attorney General is talking too much. You won't be paying under your government. So you don't have that power to advise. In any case, you will take a moral lesson from a hotel. Secondly, was the Attorney General the best of it after you want to say should have gone to court and say on investigation to ascertain the credibility of the account that posted in Freeba. Really? Who told you the Attorney General have time to rely on the fanciful intuition of individuals?
So you see?
But see, okay. The point is very simple. The minister and the A+ attempt. Yewaha. One day morning, and I'm a boss, I'm a Jimmy, I call UTV, or call any program of a Oba party officer, but to me, Jumaso. Of free studio open armed police officers in a full car, ever picking in the Ghana Police Service headquarters. Nebonia Wayne say, were post to allegedly a post have been made on the page. Yeah, after that, I want to verify the page in the media.
Okay. All right.
And he was arrested. You are the people sitting here advising us.
Let me take a bite on that. Let me take a bite on that. Let me take a bite on that. So, many are the all can or say, any time, Attorney General any time, Ghanaians in the year to Abadema are buying way out what is on. So, I'm telling you that power now, or the Attorney General, Ghana for the year to Abadema. So, he must listen to Ghanaians. And so they all can say, or no, as Attorney General, only time say, investigation. But we are also not ready to be fed with wrong information. Misinterpretation and misinformation should not be allowed. You see, the reason why I make the master, we will come to detail of this particular issue. Now, the reason why I make the Attorney General or Kasa too much. And not on record. Any record be any one more the MPP under the MPP government, the Attorney General, frivolous, this press conferences, and then we did that in our regime. We've never done that, and that is why I'm preferring the advance. This is the advice to the Attorney General.
Okay,
they untread carefully. Mama on ye be over to identity credibility, and what I said wasn't anything bad about the Attorney General.
Thank you very much. On Facebook, Sandra Banafos in there. All these explanations won't wash. You claim someone created a fake account in your name, yet you stayed in this country for a week, whilst you allow media houses and political commentators run with this your so-called fake account without issuing a disclaimer. Today, you want us to believe it was fake account. Okay, we use the word B, but I won't use it. even your I say there even your apology letter so that I say even your apology letter lacks okay, so please check your apology letter so that you don't come back to tell us it was someone who wrote the apology letter, but rather not you. Okay. Adama can maybe as a comment a woman or commenting one to Adama my editing baby. I kiss me in there. Happy birthday to Benedetta Amebe as a dedicated nurse at Bibiani Government Hospital and an integral part of Royal Baptist Church. You touch lives with compassion and care. May your special day be filled with joy, love, and God's blessings. Wishing you a year ahead that's bright, beautiful, and filled with happiness, good health, and fulfillment. From Bra Adams Akismi Uncle. Okay, yo. Mate, thank you very much. But once you do that, one of your social media persons here, Adom TV, and Nnawotwe on Neighbor Modianse will be on Facebook for you. Dorcas Adom social media, and then Nnawotwe. So Dorcas, happy birthday to you. Okay, now let's go to the GBA Mahama clash over the Chief Justice suspension. And I see there, Isa Hussein share T-shirt we actually save the judiciary.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Isa, what President Mahama there why not burning you done into GBA now when you disagree with him?
Yo, but that's it.
I'm going to give you 7 minutes on this.
Oh,
it's
okay.
34 after
Okay.
8.
So
35 now.
Good wash.
Okay. All right.
So what is it is that you call save the judiciary. The your reason is say Ghana say your democracy no mama ya ntutu nase. Say you make sure that your democracy no bibia yes ase free na bibia yedru no mu wa ye pa. Nti nyese obi esora anapa no ma opa bia na say oye. The issue no there, President Mahama, time now no opposition no. I promise Ghana for there. So the judicial system no opesa or reset. No opesa or make sure the over reset the judicial system no. And that pronouncement at the time now no opposition no. Idea or ha ye pa because opposition no ka sama yen time fan serious ebia na oba wadwin basesa. Nti nyama bi wo hodomo a oyɛ but obaye as president no the opposite oyɛ no wa sha say oyɛ and whatever plan time now no opposition na order to hodo nyina no dam plan na ofa so a oyɛ to charge certain people to bring in frivolous petitions
if you say to charge
yes, because those who brought those petitions in if you verify their background they are all NDC members. And that is why I'm saying that he charged them. Of course, that is my view, the way I've seen it.
But because your view should be substantial enough.
No, but you see, the reason why I'm saying they've been charged is that petitions in the air three or more buy no.
Yeah.
So onya kwina so o kind petitions in nyina. O wia o who say three na e dey kan buy no. It was those petitions were not enough to establish prima facie case against the woman.
But so now for the
was also the another two
after the prima facie case has been established.
Oh, but the two now, how many of them? Now, do you know that the petition that they stood in to establish the prima facie case?
3 of them, no.
All the three?
Yes, all the 3.
No.
Responsibility.
But have you gone through all the 3
yes,
petitions?
I have gone through, yes.
Can you establish a prima facie case in that 3 petitions?
I have not been given the
but to me, don't think I may describe those petitions as frivolous. Because petitions the only one that has issues to answer the expenses of the Chief Justice, the traveler expenses. That is where the judiciary ever answers to answer. Or also the answers by through the response to the petitions that were petitioned against her. And I mean, all the answers in the former Chief Justice. Chief Justice the Obasan Quency say Akufu. So it's there are some kind or say the suspension against the Chief Justice has been unfair. It's been unfair to that lady. The reason is that And wow, we are lawyer, no, we got through petitions in all the 5 petitions in no, it will be difficult for you to establish a prima facie case against the woman. Yet, the president has established a prima facie case against the woman. And the Morano also say, before Ubaba, set a committee after the prima facie case has been established.
To be fair, our president not established it was the Council of State.
No.
And our establishing.
The law says there, president no receive letter now. In consultation with the Council of State, we establish a prima facie case. So they didn't say.
Why you
no, they are not saying that this in the Council of State to establish a prima facie case. But in consultation with them,
but
you establish.
But they're to President Nkotedo.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he is the one that is establishing the prima facie case, not the judiciary, or not the Council of State. Because Council of State, the president, but consult to Omo. So Omo get 2 years, then the president established the prima facie case against the lady. Oh, you know, Osanso set up a committee. Committee na you set no you say by law. One esa omuye a friend saying 2 people from the Supreme Court, and then other 3 people. 3 people, no. I think 3 they should not be lawyers, they should not be members of Parliament, and they should not be members of Council of State. So President Nankasa not discretionary. Neither all you so establish it will be or then or no 1 hour back. Now after that, no, also sanso ede article 146 clause 10 edi ejuma say ye maami no onkwot na fie ansana ye wia whatever the outcome will be no na ye to me decide what to do but we be also name the outcome in the way over because in the first place no na lawyers no be and ya arguing say a prima facie case should be established on this particular one until na so far akufo ka the them establishment of prima facie case in the beginning no or no on take a part into onankasa you know who is in chan there me ka ho ba yen you know to ono anto aba na bi but all the 30 ni nyina to aba anabibwa and this bring me to something kebi ya national your friend Council of State you know sometimes you know the trust that we sometimes establish on them no that trust necessary na ekofo
it is because on favor or decision
and yes on favor most at times the Council of State they are being used as a rubber stamp. Mrabi wo hodoma you say in consultation with Council of State. Ebohu na ya without the knowledge of Council of State. Even this one no pode ano oba out me who the Council of State to aba. But in most cases you know entim pode ya consult to omo they are take a decision just because president appointed some of them to the Council of State and they are doing the bidding of the president. We have to look at it again. Until Obimpo the suggestion by I think the same Sofia Akufu there the Council of State na yehwa na say onye useful bioma. Yehwe your way you between recrafting a bioma and say ever scrafting off. Because sometimes you know it doesn't serve the purpose that it was established to. Until nyama bi wo hodoma ensa enfata. Minua mamanka asem no chiro even the suspension no you suspend maame no dey maame no kwati na fie no. Boni be na maame no ye nyina en discuss boni a maame no ye oma yet to establish prima facie against her na ye ka chen say onko fie no obi eba court ye di na asem awie yandi amboa no asem a ye kan no am favor ne paku na akotwura press edisons statement e da akoma president there maame no take a decision against him and because of that the maame no di boni nti yam onko fie. That petition here to me gina so establish a prima facie case. Meanwhile, case now oka ho asam no so enya maame no nkoti na otina case no do. 5 people were panel for that particular case. Obande na those justices nyina on petition against them that those people should go home. We are not talking about all these things. Obisi near okọ court yetia no so. Nsama ye kafa no ho no na enya because yetia no so court dementi ni pakono yan yin fi hodoma as chief justice because or tietia or no nemra na say tietia wo fa ho de so a imfa na ekọ oti hoyi based on the constitution na say tietia wo fa ho de so a imfa na say okọ to address your issue
but the court na
but
court no con the person who is the head of the is the chief justice.
So do you want to tell me they immediately they appoint somebody as chief justice, the person now dictate to all the other justices Say omu bench hold more. This is what you should do. You remember Justice Detiba? No ruling now all my against somebody petition against the panel. There or more omoto hold no on trust or more as more kind there. Or more omoto as justices. Our multi panel also no. Or more kasa kura or more adwen. Omo ye omujuma. Now okay the man some against them it means that who catch them say me nima adwen man kasa in particular no. I don't owe myself. Somebody has to dictate to me to do whatever he wants to for me to do for him. And to Obandama, na integrity of the justices at the court no. Oh, chicken say. Nti yamfa trust yamfa mo. Ne hu say o the case bana case ne yeda. De obedi amo. Mmra no na ya apply. Na mmra no so ntumi apply ne ye ya. Wo kwan ya wo fa so wo address wo issues. Because that is why I them ebinimo ba say so odi na ya ndi ne ye ya o appeal obetumi akọ na wakọ appeal case bi.
All right, yo.
Mamle kan it masa. Say ya appeal case no wie na say ya di man wa na wafa. Ya ndi man so a mmra na why then.
Thank you.
But man fan say because obi appointed chief justice my chief justice bo ho nti wo do case kwa a chief justice ne ya MPP. So because you alleged so there or MPP nti NDC the omo case kwa omo ndi mfa mo. Omfa assembly a enye papa nkwa obi ani ho obedi amo. Na chief justice no so anya onu nkwa na otira panel no so. Enye ye kura 5 panelists. Na and I say panel members no what a table no so. Until onu ndi mo mpo the 4 other people should be able to rule for you. Okay. Until so man rule mo na e say case na enye de. Until man here no say ya kwa package judiciary hormo say ya san so appointing kwafo de omko take over until the case pa na kwafo no edi amanya. That is not how we rule the country.
Martin Brase, my memfa I am Malaba. So GBA there, I mean, if you look at the suspension of the CJ, it's something that they have issues with.
Very well.
Are they not right if you listen to the argument that they've had?
That's okay. If I win, be very interesting. I might discover relative to issue I dealing with earlier. No, but just 30 seconds. I mean, can we now? I brought Attorney General Kasewi, A+ went to the page, and all can we? Also, no, that is not true. What I said was, according to my information, you went to beg for 500,000 cedis that you were going to use to bribe the appointment committee of parliament.
Where is it?
This is it. This
comes from A+. That was posted.
And this is the first comment. This is the first word comment. No, no, with exclamation marks.
Yeah.
That is not true. What I said was because reference to the post upon which the Attorney General relied on and gave the answer. Have you seen that guy is so credible? Tia someone sakabu. The second rebuttal. Tia someone waka. The letter or the about all pachono. Or say that I said I understand Dr. Ayini's frustration, given that an impersonation account using my name and image made such offensive remarks about him. Have you seen that? How inconsistent and dishonest the gentleman is. He can only mislead himself, but not the rest of us. And like I said, the law.
So was he referring to this particular
the
post?
law will deal with him, please.
Well, no, I'm just asking. No, maybe sir.
He was
referring to the first post.
This is my time. Don't come in.
That's fine.
No, but clarity should be made.
Can we move on to the next?
But you see, don't run away. Don't run away.
Martin Luther King in 1963 July. Actual letter be a letter from Birmingham jail where he was arrested and confined. Now, I'll make it quote to you and let me read this. I'll say, shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. So, he said somewhere that there is nothing more dangerous in this world than sincere ignorance and conscious stupidity. Quotations close. That is Martin Luther King Jr. Now, so what here the proponent, the exponent, the Kasama for the spokesperson for
GBA.
Mrs. Gertrude Araba Saki Tukono, her ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. And for avoidance of doubt, she still remains the Chief Justice of Ghana.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Except that she has been suspended. But she still remains. Wow, or that's your Chief Justice of Ghana. Now, what here Ghana Bar Association? Initial letter on the buy, okay, this is their resolution, right?
Yes.
Initial letter on the buy, last but 2 paragraphs on page or in page 2 of Omo letter, as some more no more cow and say, Ayomo apedie any yomo here say. One more Omobedi Juma was a quite winning now, whoever and somewhere don't win him or more than Rabbi Juma. And I will go to Article 296 plus 2. Say, baby, I'm rather Macan say, what we use discretionary powers while won't you and what Jimu send you was a word and some nefano. Who by yes, I dinner one no council and no cream, said the Bayam Rani attending the Bayjuma. As one kind of no. Maybe himself answered on kind of Fidino Musumye. So, kind paragraph 1 of page 1, edibesi page 2, the last paragraph on letter now. When one team see on Bupi and Cassem, or Mampeni and Amo what to know, a quine Benkum and a quine if I saw Mampenia from. And so far, we have some MPP Foka, and in some million cow high and a payer, a chepe face President Mahama and from that. But for the avoidance of doubt, Omampeni does not establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice, as he is alleging here. The president doesn't do it. The establishment of a prima facie case, in other words, a credible evidence to warrant the removal of the Chief Justice, are established by the Council of State itself in the case of an allegation against the Superior Court judge. But say about the Chief Justice now, Constitution can see establish a prima facie case against her to warrant the removal because. The Constitution is very clear on this matter.
Article 146, Clause 6.
I've checked it.
No, read it.
If you look at Article 146,
Clause 6.
Clause 6, where the petition is for the removal of Chief Justice, the President shall, acting in consultation with the Council of State, appoint a committee consisting of 2 justices of the Supreme Court, one of whom shall be appointed chairman of the President, and 3 other persons who are not members of the Council of State, nor members of Parliament, nor lawyers. 7.
Which I said.
Say?
Which I said in myself.
No. So no prima facie.
Exactly.
No. Go to the 7. No, I just want to see the place where
the committee appointed under Clause 6 of this article shall inquire into the petition and recommend to the President whether the Chief Justice ought to be removed from office.
Yes.
No.
Please, can I continue?
No. Listen, please.
It's my time.
Give me.
I am not going to allow that. It is my time.
When it comes,
but it will be unfair. But it will be unfair. It will be unfair. It will be unfair for you to say that I have misled by saying that the president is supposed to establish the prima facie.
Then you will not listen to yourself.
No, listen. I said it.
Yes.
But what you read is not what I was saying.
That's okay.
Because you are telling me that the committee constituting of
I'll give it to you, don't worry.
The Clause 6 is about constituting a committee, which I mentioned earlier on.
Yes.
2 people from the Supreme Court.
That is fine.
3 people outside.
No about that.
I said it.
Yes.
In consultation with the Council of State, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
But if you consult with the Council of State, it's not the Council of State that establishes a prima facie case. It must come back to the president.
No, but I'm saying that. And his
on the
argument.
You say law student.
On the argument.
I'm a student of law. You say law student.
Hold on.
No. You don't even read it.
That's okay.
You don't
even need to be a judge.
You didn't even read it.
Hold on, Mr. There.
You didn't even read it.
Who didn't read what?
So read it again. Read it to the listeners. Read it to the listeners.
There is no mention of the prima facie.
Exactly.
In this.
And even who established it?
You say what?
The Clause 7 says that.
Let's start from the top. Hold on.
Okay.
If you look at then okay. Let me go straight.
The emphasis on the Clause 7.
No, Clause 6.
Let's look at Clause 3. I'll say, if the President receives a petition for the removal of a justice of a superior court, other than the Chief Justice, or for the removal of the chairman of the regional tribunal, he shall refer the petition to the Chief Justice, who shall, mandatory, determine whether there is a prima facie case.
That is for somebody to be removed from the Supreme Court.
No, Superior Court.
Yeah, Superior Court.
Yes, other than the Chief Justice.
Superior Court from the High Court to the Supreme Court.
Yes,
that's what it means.
Now, for 6, it doesn't mention prima facie case. Let's agree in
No, but you see, the point I'm making here is...
What point again are you making?
Okay, all right.
So he lied. He misled the public.
I lied.
That I will have to come in. I didn't lie.
Because
what is quoted in article? No, what if you say so? I'll have to come in. You don't have to say that. In your opinion, it's not my opinion. But I didn't say he lied.
I write everything.
I didn't say so.
Write it. Don't worry. I'll give you time. You are destroying the picture of the program.
But you don't say that. You don't use a word that you said I've lied. I've never lied.
It's a more time.
What I'm saying is that in government that was your behavior. In opposition, doing the same thing.
You see.
Don't
be saying that. Don't be saying that. When you don't even know the article, what the article says, you are telling me that I'm lying.
Maybe a student of law. I don't think you are even been to the law school before. But see, they make an answer. If you look at articles 146 from the clauses to 10, it does not say the president should establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice to warrant removal, as he was claiming here. That's a lie. Because the clause 7, the president act upon the recommendation by the committee. So established under clause 6.
But
right? And the committee, you know.
You say you are a student of the law.
Of course, I am.
When it comes to constitution, say what the interpretations of Anambra.
Yes, the interpretation comes in when they are opposing interpretation placed on the given provision.
But
you get it? For example,
if president or establish that there is a case, I didn't throw to the committee.
The president does not establish it.
Okay.
It's not the president who establishes it. But let me tell you something. Oh, there are what I will call the silence aspect of the Constitution. The president, under Article 57, Clause 1, performs certain functions that are silent in the Constitution. You know why? Article 57, Clause 1 says, the president shall be the head of state, the head of government, and the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. But are you aware? The president is the #1 voice, the spokesperson of the people. You know that? When the president goes to UN General Assembly, he says so on behalf of the people of Ghana. Therefore, he conveys our message to the international community on that platform. Likewise, African Union or any global organization and our forum president. Additionally, the president is the #1 messenger of the people. Do you know that? And the messenger function of the president, is invoked under Article 146, Clause 1 down. Where the framers in the wisdom say, if you come back to Article 1, Clause 1, as Constitution say, the sovereignty of the Republic resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose welfare the powers of government are to be exercised in a manner and within a limit laid down in this Constitution. Now, the powers now used to, it's very important. The powers now Constitution used to, is the distribution of the authority of government among the 3 arms of government. In this case, the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. So, when the judiciary exercises their own powers now, they are exercising their powers on behalf of the people, but for the well-being of the people of Ghana. And the Constitution is saying, me as a Ghanaian, or you as a Ghanaian, any Ghanaian citizen, if you feel that, do you know that you can take a pet, you can even invoke a process that will lead to the removal of the president in the office. Do you know that?
Impeachment.
Of course. And all the 3 arms of government, they are not sacked and immune to accountability by the people. And nothing I'm running say, me, and now be a Ghanaian, if you say, Chief Justice Yadi and Enya, me this form to the petition. Na de kan fa koma mampeni fa ko soma o mampeni o do soma mampeni wi a on fa koma abadwaku a etumefo na abadwaku no hwehwe asem ni mu ne e wo ka no insho gina mu a depending on whom the person or the petition is directed, say the Council of a Regional Tribunal or the Superior Court of Justice, from the High Court to the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, and establishes say asem ni pandia ba no insho ma na say a Chief Justice an kasa dia upon recommendation from the Futu Forum and establish a committee. Now, upon the recommendation of the committee, the president under clause 10 can suspend the Chief Justice while the process is continued until finally the Chief Justice according to recommendation by the committee, the president can remove him from office. That is the process of accountability.
Can also be revoked.
Yes.
Maybe
upon the recommendation of the committee, in this case, nobody, including are able to establish this. But you know something? It is a corruption fighting back the system. I want to tell them. I read this in fact, on UTV page this morning. I hear about say President Mahama Chief Justice, and Chief Justice he even feel kunyashua, or maybe Ghana ungovernable. You can never threaten government. They can never threaten government. If you misbehave, the law will deal with you.
Okay.
Or they say, I hear by the car. This country has to go on. And let me tell the Ghanaians voted, and in 9 regions, you have less than 5 seats in 9 regions. The people are fed up with you.
Thank you.
38% MPP.
Thank
you
you
want to threaten government?
Medase. Master Planner Junior Kintampo said, great show this morning. Keep up the good work. Greetings to Chairman Wontumi, incoming MPP National Chairman. Hey, really? Okay. Mohammed Ibrahim Al Hassan said, good morning, Adom TV. Thank you. God bless us in another weekend, Saturday morning. I wish you all the best. Regards. Keep the fire burning and rocking better healthy style, prosperous long journey. Oh, really? Okay. You better hold on to how they need a for Mula. You can from one words, baby. Yeah, it's a for saying we'll get this time. Now we're to now our button, some no door. And the answer everybody's here. I'm going to call back from Nnawotwe Yi media show on Adom TV. Well, Safi and I will do a feeding to her. Adom TV. OTO radio so I asempa 94.7 FM. Mention na memfa comment nkai na aka no memfa minyin fi ona fe yenko yenim. This one says if okay. Okay. If President Mahama sacks Chief Justice based on these 3 frivolous petitions, we will also send a petition to impeach him as president. He will also be suspended as president for investigation. The laws of this country will be applied accordingly. Ghana is not a banana republic. He should focus on how to stop galamsey, dumso, and cocaine transshipment in Ghana. These are the reasons why Ghanaians voted for him. Greetings to Chairman Wontumi, incoming MPP National Chairman. And this Master Planner Junior Ewokin Tamponi de Abani. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Isaac Tete said, hi, good morning, live from Kojo Chrome. Oh, okay. Abba Zakari also says, good morning to you. You, Yate. Yankoswe, is that for Seni?
Yeah.
More 5 minutes on this.
Yes. KB, say you can, ne can prima facie case now. What does that mean?
That BB or assembly or the
good. Now you can the establishment of prima facie case. Meaning say or not to law say until because of that in the prima facie case has not been mentioned in the same article or article 146 clause 6. Prima facie case be mentioned.
If I go and read it from the face value, you can see it. Yeah.
But what a prima facie case in a engine so
yeah.
Over to me at the agina so a dear some Nasa ya the petitions are back. Nasa own engine so why do we establish a committee? Yeah, the petitions are bro. 5 petitions, own engine so. Why do we establish a committee? Yeah, 5-member committee and constitution. Is it that 5 committee no? Establish a prima facie case. Beginning, the foundation of the whole issue is that you have to establish a prima facie case before you establish a committee. Look at Article 146 clause 5 or clause 4. No? The removal of other justices other than Chief Justice. Look at it. Whether prima facie case has been mentioned there.
Which one?
I'm talking of 146 clause 4.
146 clause 4.
Where the Chief Justice decides there is a prima facie case.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So it means that before you establish a committee to investigate a particular matter, you must say, so be what hold mu say, and some are the brahman. No, mean to me,
so what even though 6 number is explicit, no, because it's been mentioned in 4, or did you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Until and Tinahana and Kadaway are lost student because prima facie case yaka and until Brofuna yaka. But Yan Shremu were 3 months a month for prima facie case Nazi. Until because of that, no, the Ginaso, Emiku Wasamana. After that, no prima facie case near establishing MPP are buying and Kase. And I said, MPP, a party, no, and Kase, John Mahama there is no anywhere but Mayele Canada Prima facie case no engina so cases now modebra na engina so ayede ba gina so e dey chief justice ana enya process na odi yi no so na yen ka ho asam but the way I what asam na bae no engina so bi wo ho no ma because me hwa asam no mu a engina no mu a mo ho engina so bia la e engina so papa bia nipa batumi ada agina so aka say chief justice e di bone nto yen yi nsi nchan mamle kan etima asa that is the basis of our argument. Ono article 146 clause 10 ono can the suspension number almost say on condition may read the clause 10
yeah
it's not necessary that when somebody is being investigated under this particular clause and I say oyi nipa ko esi hono onya nhye ewa aban so say oyi na esi nchen nti aban pia no oyi nipa ko na esi nchen nti ka oni timopo bi wo tirim say o person oyi chief justice media that particular clause no you don't even just invoke that particular
on mandatory
and after that no so oko article 296 of the 1992 constitution no eka about discretionary anamebwa so opia and then that particular clause no so was also say so o person oyi nipa na fi nkan a Shena one ya bias. Shena one ya capricious. Shena enya nyama bi wo hono mu a o ye na ebia o pe se o yi nipa ko nesi nkyɛn o no so tia mra. Ni nyina wa mra no mu a ye nyina ye kwan ye sua. Mpanyimfo a o mo ye lawyers a o mo di mu. We also argue on that particular line and let me put in this for you to understand me better. You see, we have 3 arms of government. That's the separation of power that my brother talks about. 3 arms of government. And to me, the Constitution 1992 Constitution has not been fair to the judiciary. Do you know why? If you look at Article 58, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution talks about the president's power.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Then you look at Article 93, Clause 1, which talks about the parliamentary power. And then you look at Article 125, which talks about the judiciary. But the judiciary one, if you are to remove a member of parliament or speaker of parliament, yam fan say you to obey na you speaker of parliament. How no you speaker of parliament?
Members of parliament.
Members of parliament no what elect where you speaker of parliament. Ghana for nyina so na you to aba ye de yi this president.
Yeah.
About the judiciary, how do we select a judicial leader?
The president would
appoint.
Yeah. In consultation with the council.
And that is where I felt that Ghana for and as a constitution in the judiciary in the
okay, Martin, thank you.
Because the reason is that to me, my proposal, let me put it on for you to understand me better. My proposal, because we have the Ghana judicial system, and I'm Ghana legal council, Ghana judicial administration, Ghana bar association. Them groups, between delegates. A woman once went to Matuaba.
Okay.
You obi a esa oye chief justice.
Okay.
Into abandama removal of chief justice will not be so simple. There president to honor say bia or per se or you bia obetu akada KB through petition
fabra. People who will do it.
Exactly. Then I will establish a prima facie case to make you to get you off.
Thank you very much.
Abandama to be very simple. Removing Supreme Court.
My brother, it's very laughable listening to certain propositions but hear this. I did not say here that the processes as prescribed by Article 146, Clause 1 to 10, does not necessarily warrant the establishment of a prima facie case in the case of removal of the Chief Justice.
Okay.
The American say the Constitution does not say under Article 146 and say the prima facie case is to be determined by the preserve of the president. That is it.
Okay.
And you man establishes that means the president have the power to read the petition and tell Council of State say, me my establishing prima facie case when you mame. As the MPP are trying to suggest. That is also that's the point I'm making here.
So
number one,
who determines?
That determination is made by the Council of State. They will look at the petition and tell the president, and the committee will form, etc.
Now, so what's the understanding of this? You know, the statement Felix Ofosukwuachi put out in announcing, they also President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1466 of the Constitution and in consultation with the Council of State, determined that a prima facie case has been established in respect of the 3 petitions against the Chief Justice. Her Lady Chief Justice Gertrude Araba is about Saki Tokono.
Yes. The Council of State.
Oh.
The Council of State.
It says the President.
When the Council of State,
has,
when the Council of State determined that, who do they report back to? To the President.
Okay.
Right? Very well. And number 2. See, they are now questioning the wisdom of the Council of State. And Afayoma can have done that. So the Council of State has failed them. Okay, Afayoma can say, Council of State, oh, really? Omure fin here, the Akufo-Addo Council of State President, former President Akufo and the Council of State, Eye Okrumah. Omure fin. Cut to the budget. But wouldn't be
Ghana for watching you on.
Yes. But and someone can say Council of State do Rambo for establishing the prima facie case against the Chief Justice and then disappointment nana. But when Council Montreal, men can't be that under the interpretation laws of Ghana, may means discretionary and it remains so. Never say so anywhere again. See, when the may is used, in the Interpretation Act of Ghana, the word may generally indicate discretionary power or permission. It signifies that an action or choice is permitted but not required. However, the meaning can be nuanced and sometimes may can be interpreted as a mandatory obligation depending on the context. Okay? And the word, if the Constitution uses may and yes straight jacket, it can donate mandatory depending on the context where that word is used. In South Sudan, in Kabium. But you see, the point me say, the MPP, they don't move in now. Almost so okay kind petition now. For me, so far as I know, the petition no come on penny. Oba temwafo penny, Mama Lord, Gertrude Araba Tokono. Ocho kata come on penny Mahama say, petition and some kafa me hono, me pese me hu, me you ano. Mahama say beje. No say me here now so na me dey kai Mahama say dey be now so no kura isua. Me dey na me ensa me dey account ho. Ma bow for there. What is more transparent than this? This is not the first time on a constitutionally independent body. In the case of EC chairperson Charlotte say, and someone come from Amino, me could tell them video. I can share it with you now. Ya or no oka no masam say, and someone or more brand or more position. Say no masa ko bi mu, or mo ka fa Charlotte say hu ina na say na dwene nim, na yansan nim. His own words on Peace FM. Right? Abraham the petition no command. Charlotte say unsigned petition without names. Mamani kilo kuma mampini Akufo-Addo say, can I get the petition? I mean, me who ana. Almost say very curious. The gongong beater of the president at that time, Eugene Ahin, or say, he said, hey, Graham, some many books say you buy the copies of the petition. Okay, no, here, Uncle Council of State. Okay. The woman was never granted a hearing. Martin. In this case, get to Kono Kira President Mahama Sebeje. Okay. Mahama sealed the petition, no hand it over Mama, no catch and say ba bontia, no few honaba, and yamia, and then the petition are out. My brother is referring to it. When your copies no even. How did he get it? But the president gave it to him in the glare of the media.
No,
the full glare of the media didn't know. And then so who say who can petition the
full glare of the media?
Can you tell us?
Thank you very much.
The president in Likima wa coming.
Yo, Mate.
So get to Alaba so the man will coming.
Okay.
But we have to just a minute. Just a minute. You know, this is a major. No, because this is a major issue that we are discussing. I just want to clarify one thing. Meanwhile, we are all learning, but the word "may," you read the meaning. already meaning in an amazing.
Grammar, we are speaking law. We are speaking law.
That is the law. And that is the law. That is the law. And that is why you need not to even Google and read the meaning of May to me. Because you should understand May when it comes to law. You should understand May when it comes to law. You don't do that and you read the meaning of the law literally to me, and you ask me that you are telling me that I shouldn't use the word may again, the word may again. In law, when they say may, what does that mean? When they say shall, what does that mean? Mean that those words in law, you don't even take your time to learn and tell us the context in which it was used. You understand? And as a political party, what we are trying to tell you is also a lie that unsigned petitions were sent to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Did he get the petition, a copy of the petition, which he said those petitions were not made available to the public? Into on your petition, no one who say petition was not signed. This is a propaganda. And it's a forward channel out there for people to swallow in the way they want it. But my brother, with the ultimate there, Nnawotwe was given a copy of the petition. She responded. What they call it, a committee now, yes, or appear before the committee, and then or answer questions. And the committee recommendations now, whenever president, not president, the Guinness so all yes, Nnawotwe. So it was not the president who says that Nnawotwe say Eddie Bonanti Uncle Fee. You know the law and you know the process. And then Article 146 now, you can a process now, you judiciary Eba obia oye or no so your constitutional established person na you need no also process no you know it. So why do you see them mislead the people out there?
Okay.
It isn't the case that MPP for HNTM say a lot answer na ye ni if you hold more. And is it because of that NDC is also coming in to remove the Chief Justice? Is it he should answer that to me? That ye say if you hold nti ono ngina so NDC for so gina so e dey Chief Justice if you hold man.
Okay. You've asked a question. Yes, yeah.
On this multimedia platform, News 5, hosted by your colleague, Samson Ladiayini, Mr. Kwaku, the chief editor of the Daily Crusading, the Crusading Guard, the New Crusading Guard, held a copy of the petition to your viewers. If I'm lying, you have the archives. Prove me wrong. I'm giving you the source and the person who said it to the public. What's the intro? According to Kwaku, the lawyer of the petitioners, who is now the MP for, I think, Menshia Saf, was the person who even wrote to the presidency and said, oh, sir, here dinner, they can submit their names to any letters or signatures to the Council of State. So please, but hear this. He quoted Article 91, talked about legislative powers. No, quoted Article 58.
No, I didn't quote
please.
Article 91.
I said
Article 93 plus 1.
93, fine.
So
he proceeded to quote Article 58.
Yes.
But selectively, he's suffering from selective amnesia. He forgot to quote Article 127, Clause 2 of the Constitution. What does it provide for? Neither the president nor parliament, nor any person acting under the authority of the president or parliament, nor any other person, and whatsoever, shall interfere with judges or judicial officers or other person exercising judicial power in the exercise of judicial functions, and all organs and agencies of the state shall accord to the court such assistance as the court may reasonably required to protect the independence, dignity, effectiveness of the court subject to this constitution. Do you know the meaning of this constitution? This provision talks about the judicial powers. That is why Article 125 plus 1 provides that justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to the constitution. And the constitution add demarcated powers ubiquitously to the arms of government.
Ono was talking about the appointment.
No, and your appointment, he was talking about the judicial. He was talking about the powers allocated to the organs of government.
Exactly.
And I was saying the constitution has been unfair to the judiciary.
In relation to appointment.
For him, even appointment per se, because if you appointment, we'll come to that portion too. But if you look at this provision now, has the constitution been unfair? to the judiciary.
I'm saying,
No.
His argument was to the appointment of the head.
So he asked, no, he didn't mention the head. He didn't mention the head. He didn't mention the head.
You didn't mention the
head.
Speaker is elected.
For me, he was talking about the distribution of powers, government, the powers of government under the Constitution. And I'm saying that that is flawed argument because when it comes to the dispensation of justice, the judiciary is a preserve and the bulwark and our democracy.
Yes. His argument not towards the appointment of the head. That's why all can there. The Constitution Review should look at it to say the Bar Association, the Judiciary Council, the
Ghana Bar Association is a voluntary legal association.
Yeah,
it's a voluntary. And I'm wondering why a voluntary organization should be given a constitutional recognition.
But that's his proposal.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Be given a constitutional recognition. There are other school of thought. We shall look to that to those things later.
Madam, thank you very much.
But as for the meaning of me and Shan, I will not fight him about it. That's me on fire. But
Adom TV, Jumadi, Nnawotwe Yi, and Nnawotwe. Okay, so I combine the fancy and the show fight.
My brother, I introduced it in English to right to have also happened.
Okay. So let's look at the third issue, which has to do with the ECG issues. Here in the past, we've had challenges. You know, when I take Ghana for Obiafi, the most will run the ECG. You know, there should be a private participation. The MPP brought PDS. In fact, in the same year PDS came, was suspending the Wucha contract because of some issues at one way with the whole process. A committee was set up by the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, John Jenapor, to look at Eben Kwano to deal with the ECG. What the proposals they bay. And we are now being told that there is a decision by cabinet that we should go the concessionary way. You show videos here by Chado.
One be the Adom fiber. Ye di ye ho grow keke okromwa. Na ye pese sell electricity ni na ye ton keke. But ye ka TUC Ghana Juma for yempini. Because we have realized agenda any dream pon e wechi no embo Ghana for
the agenda no matter say wo
na say obvious because whatever we are looking at today, it is not the best way to solve the problems of ECG. Ye ko share committee no, the chairman of the committee
enti mumu hu say second PDS na ebe say e beton one ye ba na second PDS
yeah and yes e west cra because the EPC can say
we be here west
cra because me my example who are IPPs who are in private sector they are already your production side of energy is already private sector because 70% of your energy you're producing is from the IPPs ni nyina so no already private sector. I'm telling you something. Say now what do I do? Then you also come to the commercial aspect, which is the last aspect of revenue, electricity distribution, and also with the amount of crew. What is happening to you? So your energy sector, from the production to the end, is in the hands of the private man. A security aspect. Have you thought of it? You are dreaming. One day, be sorry no. Adie ye Ghana Japadi. I be born by no. Ye di akosi ankran krusem. And this is what is happening. And
the ECG has been brought to its knees by a culture of poor governance over the last 8 years, with a debt of 68 billion Ghana cedis and rising. If we do not do something drastic, our whole power sector will collapse. We can only bring down power tariffs if we improve efficiency in the distribution of power. Let me assure you, that is not my intention to privatize ECG as an institution. Our attention is more a public-private collaboration to inject efficiency into our downstream electricity distribution system. And I must say, it will not be the first time. It's been done before. When I was president, in the free zones, a private company, Enclave Power, was giving the rights of metering and billing in the free zones. Electricity company provided them with bulk supply of power. They paid the electricity company until today. They still pay electricity company monthly on time every power electricity company produces to them. And their billing and collection in the free zones enclave is 99% of revenue is collected. This is an existing example. And I'm sure that we can make our electricity distribution more efficient through public-private partnerships. But I can assure you, and read my lips for emphasis, electricity company as an institution will not be privatized.
Well, so videos are all shared. First one, the Deputy General Secretary of the Public Utility Workers Union, Richard Amiba Nyaba, and Society President John Dramani Mahama voice 29 after 9 a.m. I'll give you 5 minutes on this. I mean, where to go now to say concession and not the entirety of it?
No, let me share presentation here. Why wouldn't you? Is it a blank thought joining?
Okay. Ben Akapo.
Ben Akapo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he gave a graphical presentation
of ECG.
Of ECG. So about, if you have the video, you can even play it for us. Or outlining from 2012, but you see the GCE was making losses from 2012, 2013, but the losses were decreasing until 2015. And 2016 almost started to make a profit. You get it? Almost making that profit in 2016. When the MPP government take it over, the profit margin declined, and they started making losses again. Every 2020, and almost making a marginal profit kakra. But from 2021, almost making losses up 2023. I'm making 10 billion losses or so. But 2024 fiscal year of ECG operation, almost bought over 40 billion. How? Under the time on ECG, and making these losses. No more MD, former MD Dubik, Atom Motors, and the coordinator Magana Police Service. This came from your colleague. If I'm lying, the videos are on your archive. You can play them here. And the man, I am sir, Ghana as a Ghana electricity company, and you Ghana for the hour, and a Ghana for Atuaba a year buying. No more this or manager Padiani, Nadia buying, I say, manager mine, including the electricity company of Ghana. A buying senior, or say you introduce public-private partnership into the efficient management of the electricity company of Ghana. An employee of the company ever threaten or mining in our say we won't allow. And the whole capacity. And by what authority? Threaten or mining in our. This same individual or the whole. And because of frivolous activities by PDS. Over $950 million. Yensanka. Light bill at Jino Kruma, bear 1 year. That's can I be seen who is kind of fire. And then ECG they come abo. Or my ECG company no, a year to consume. Many can say, when it was a car power, abandoned the car power car from the previous government. The car power air threatens say they will shut down their plant.
Yeah.
How come? Meanwhile, at time when President Mahama had the car power, it was an arrangement. Yeah, they built their own operate and transfer within a space of 5 years. From 2017 or 16 to somewhere 2022 or so, 23, now, I beg Ghana by there. A balance and there, company Abe Boka or more threatens to shut down their plant. And it's a ban on the whole power sector as was handled by the previous government. Look, I'm not surprised that people are up in arms. Say a point biaso, they are fighting the system. And a corruption fighting back.
Did you say car powership, the arrangement was build, operate, and transfer?
Yes.
No, I'm not sure.
That was Ameri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sorry. That was Ameri. But whatever be the case, as an independent power producer, there's supposed to be an arrangement where government of Ghana, one Kaniana, and see, Like President Mahama was asking Gihok, how do you sell alcohol and you're still running to debt? Ghana for Nigeria, yabo. Yerehua, yabo.
Okay. Yeah.
Even in between the Nigeria and Rehua crowd, yabo.
Yeah.
So I did also turn Saboka.
Okay.
ECG said the light.
Now we see from
crowd. So light in so alabeboa.
Yeah.
And you prepaid.
Yeah.
Now prepaid, what does that mean?
Prepaid. No. Uti answer.
Exactly. You pay before you use.
Yeah.
Now utia all the card utia. Yes, you can all the kotia. So why do you buy and pay? But the company will come and tell you some aboka. Our bank will come and tell you some aboka. This individual sat down and watched under the Kufuor government. In the run system down. ECG account. Anomodiji Omusika were over 70 accounts. Sika they call ECG. They came and said, all those accounts, they knew nothing about it. Now meanwhile, they never threatened. And it's about President Mahama Kasa. The Kasa no can and run. Made the nene answer nana. And send him to the home. Okay. Or say Ghana electricity company, Yanton, was such a company under the Free Zones Enclave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Canada de Maomono,
Mati.
government get 99%, of course, also Mutia Edema buying.
Is that 99%?
The president is even leaving a gap there.
Yeah.
Because that 100%, no, I am sure will be the case. It is proven that the ECG, the private participation, become one. Ebema efficiency economy. PDS, NMSC, but it will be like PDS.
Yes.
KB. So the man be a friend Steve Mantia.
Yes. Dr. Steve Mantia.
Ghana Initiative, Integrity Initiative.
Yeah, gating.
Or Kasembi Minu Asama or Ken and Tina, me person read part of it if you permit me, I'll read part of it.
Why not? Yeah.
I must say, co-chair of Ghana Extractive Industrial Transparency Initiative, Dr. Steve Mantia, has highlighted a significant revenue increase in the electricity company of Ghana. That was October 2024. Nadam issue in the bill. No, say, according to him, the rise in revenue is directly linked to both private participation and full deployment of digital infrastructure, making the 10 point for the energy sector financial health. And I'll quote part of the place where the money is. But say the digitalization effort rolled out in the past years play a pivotal role in the turnout with the revenue increase from 700 million Ghana cedis to 1.3 billion Ghana cedis monthly, according to Dr. Mantia. Meanwhile, auntie, or say MPP for run electricity, a boka ego hold mona be no motorbikes. Che. He hasn't read this. There 2024. MPP are buying under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. You're introducing digitalization into the system. Therefore, increasing revenue from 700 million Ghana cedis. You had to call about 2.3 billion and 1.3 billion Ghana cedis. Damn profit na year feel him. And by that time, the electricity light na egina so. Na any light off. Electricity tariffs na endru bibi a edru science increase by 14.75%. Na ye increase electricity dam. But the light na egina so. NDC, under the NDC agreement, okay, in 2015-2016. The same regime, Mahama no lead. No, or more, just give a dog a bad name and then hang it. Yen be being filed electricity to Hunayan, and they initiated it. And they call it Compact 2, so okay, and I say Compact 1. Under their decent leadership, no, or share Compact 1, I say. Yeah, by yes, as a PDF, also corruption, and I do say 20 times, me. But let's revive it with digitalization. Before we left a electricity company of Ghana that is making profit and not making losses. If you care to know. So if you are reading 2022, 2023, Go back and read 2024, the time that you took over, whether the electricity company of Ghana was making losses. And this field there, yet the electricity company of Ghana, the man, a bifufra or manager, obey only their fraud in him, only their agreement in him. The omuye, okay, is a statement almost a debaino. Almost say, or more any deal with them are buying Musa say a ton private company, the more it will make a profit. Because your ton companies be a buying way, a ton about 360 companies in the man of Nimfasuno, Ghana for Fasuben and Yafi. And you are coming back to do same to the electricity company of Ghana. And you expect the Ghanaians to keep quiet. And so to me, it's just that NDC for cabal now no more or button tongue private companies, Ghana companies, the mark private companies, no. Or no more sample back yeah. Or more person more year be to sell electricity company a year losses. What significant measures am I buying way a year a electricity sector hold more a year emfa? Abandon the MPP are buying a year FIR yes there a revenue no or improve because of the corruption in the system. Na MPP are buying say yamfa digitalization and fan ko hono. Yeah the call no. The revenue increased from 700 million Ghana cedis to 1.3 billion Ghana cedis. Why don't they continue from there? Nne almost say yan cook evening in ano na yamfa money pako mte friends and the deputy edition the energy minister. Almost say your parents say the concession ne ba ko e dem obi na ne pako no ya ton man oboko one fire can fan Brian.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so the power in the Mawa, they've given you power, say if it's 20 megawatts.
What was the purpose of PDS? And what didn't the current energy minister on come for PDS? Na PDS, they're not more company, they're not company. But on more power, they found a new company that will give them money. But other one, they no more Babalu to Ghana. Do you want to tell me that they were signing a deal? Ghana boka ewa PDS mo na Ghana benya faso ewa PDS. What didn't he say anything? He said if we revive electricity company and work on it, it will give us profit. Today he's the energy minister. Dentin want to me here, I'm a Ghana enya profit and feel electricity. Dentin on to me fa measures na no over opposition na or na adwene no on to me fa the measures no ye adwuma. I'm a electricity company enya faso from Ghana. Why are they selling concession? What are they going to do differently to get us money? The private company can do differently to get money and pay electricity company of Ghana. But electricity company of Ghana, dear, yeah, the Ghana sikashim, ne ye, ne a ton a yan faso. And so to me, looting brigade now and this for or modical opposition, and one almost handed by your months sign.
What do you mean by looting brigade?
And I say only say the same Abanyan and all power and Supreme Court Kwaja okay create loot and share. You know the history. They are back again. With the cabal. Almost so young you see, and this for was start Ghana for noticing. Even Omobaya within 3 months period of time, you know the scandals are over up. Amount for Ekan Wansam. Omo ebu dua agu masum say omonti. Ya catch Ghana for say President Mahama is going for the last time. Until Oba Asambia Obakabia ontie because he won't come back looking for your vote. And he's playing back to Ghanaians. Same way. And they sit here to justify there, say, you turn electricity company of Ghana. We're not the same people who told us that they have enough generation and they deploy a lot of generators in this country. And because of that, Kania dia omude Kania do na Ghana. Obanden no mobile dum na injai. Obanden na dum so gusu ekosu a year because omude generators in the buy. You catch up say any generational problem. No, or ya idea, or yes, sikasam. You can have some time you opposition. Ya by no, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo appointed deputy minister in charge of finance and the energy sector. Just because the person wants to take care of finances in the energy sector. Yeah, you know, good 8 years of our government, you know, can you imagine? So, 4 months of NDC going to 5 months today. Every day, people are encountering a lot of a light off in their places. And you sit here to justify that and tell me, there, say a ton electricity company of Ghana, and Fasu, Ebabim. than there, you're managing now, or you're Ghana, the end you're manager, or ye. Now, let me ask one question.
Thank you very much.
Are they going to, no, during the concession now, Nnawotwe Yi, a different person, will they improve employment in the electricity company, or we are going to cut down workers like we did in the past?
One kind, because the details have
so
come. But
it's also much
they
important.
Want to make ECG efficient.
No, me say it's also more important, but the electricity company of Ghana, in their workers no more no. So you're part of it, need my concession. Definitely, the electricity company of Ghana employment now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Workers no more on you ready. Nay, the concession now will be full na pakuna employment. And now yet your concession demand, but we are going to transfer those workers to the concessionaire.
Okay, all right.
And to honor Ghana for person omuhu. Ntimina and this phone na yanim one or months sign or ma back you. And then this particular one, you know one in your argument. You say, yeah, and this for buy and this will continue and make sure that let's company of Ghana is
activate my phone lines and call us on so 0302 211701 0302 211702 and 0302 211703 Fred. Now you're using common pacho. Say fra air can volume on your TV setting can phone. Na maintain what TV no do, but you own what telephone no do. Na yetum is in kama. Moasa no so on your brief. No one tell kama na yenko yenyim. 030221 1701 030221 1702 0302 211703. Na messen Google screen do fa. Na mente. Okay, General is on the line. General, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Maintain where?
My guy, Ulukunize on the shades, pa. The problem is that I'm not sure or country Anumuna Japan deal the buy. Time now to Japan where they thinking so much to you even start workers from this Ghana. Is that what we were thinking of that time? When what was the rationale? Decided somebody to that time.
Was not for the ECG.
Almost time, the almost part of the ECG, the private sector, and then it's okay. I don't think it has to do with anything. But sometimes, we should be open to everything. Yeah, okay. Now, not be able to say, come to we can hear for once. Well, I don't know, they are not managing the thing well. At my best, Ghana, nobody cares about anything. We are on my open or yet. And when the thing goes to like a portion of it is given to a private sector, no, you will go there taking his money, no, very prudent. Well, so at least we should be Ghanaian for once.
But General, Japan on your electricity has it. Electricity and more be me a PDS. But again, the question they're asking you there, and with the concession, part of it will be given to another company. So the question you there. One hour about what will happen to them. So it's something that I'm sure when the details start coming out. George, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, Uncle George, me
me contribute to Kakra.
For George.
Me da say. Me fa jo MPP dey not you no. Me be so tell no say. Ghana no. Ye ne bi pa. Is the more to work in Mumu Yi ubi free hono. Mumu dear, much as the Maya Munas for Ghana has a moody, Mu Pia Bay and Yamuamu DNA. PDS a PDF. And then account to go in baby. COVID is sky at the airport. You need baby alpha. A Kufaruti say, Mamma, and Kwanu Boone, these are 8 years where who you are a woman. Nagana Yaka. 120 billion and then almost 1 trillion.
Okay.
Or to 1.1 single tier. As you can in that Bimsoya or a addenda. Almost a double break can go. Said a bear, Mamma Bar, or the bear, yeah.
Yo, by the commander, so Homanado. For the commander, good morning, Mammy Tail.
Oh, good morning, Mimi Apume.
Mammy Tail.
Yeah, Mammy Chia, a year raise up Hussein and MPP Amanu company for the attitude Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Chairman, maybe a mestre as of 4 more may way and come for paying and penny for any of him for say. Omo friend Yura, John Dramani Mahama yama penny no mun kan kyerɛ ne sɛ anamɔ no ɔpɛ sɛ wotu sɛ ɔbɛsake ɛyɛ chief justice ɛsan sɛ ɔpɛ term akɔ no yɛsrɛ Ghana sɛ yɛn ho kyerɛ yɛn na yɛwɔ asomdwe mpo a yɛpɛ nti yɛbɛsrɛ yɛwura Mahama sɛ saa term na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ na ɔsake chief justice no Ghana for yɛn mpene no nti nyame yɛ adom adwoda yɛn nyinaa yɛba bɛgu nkran na yɛayɔ yɛkyerɛ paa ɛde akyerɛ ne sɛ sɛ wopɛ term akɔ a sɛbi ɛnyɛ Ghana ha ɛna wobɛnya saa term no na bintia Ghana sojafoɔ nyinaa.
But President Mahama, therefore the commander, President Mahama can't be there or perfect Conti. I'm not sure we can do the argument on that leg for now. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning.
Bajo Mamintewe.
I'm Bajo Children President Bajo Kakla.
Maminteo.
Bajo, Ghana voyage, I little mandate or maybe who calls PDS like your mom. The buy me yes. The how comes the above laba you introduce new person by you. It is a first one and your papa. I didn't know second one to very papa. The end is well, Mokena, Niamana, Mobaji or manager or man, I say Mobaye or man, Monia said your Momokai. Monia, them will introduce a new person about to tell me. Because first one and the second one better.
Okay. All right.
Ghana the money the mo invest or near money. I'm to buy my do short seven near money question.
Okay. Yo, Medase Matthew Andrews. Good morning. Hello, Andrews.
Yeah.
Mamintewe.
Yo, Boko. I'm say near Yena 18 no. I'm say Yenya education be all. Near Omo Yo, Adom TV so.
Okay.
Memo nyame ye hu ni say am say henya nom entry before no aya na omo awire efi omo ho ana sabe omo hu say Ghana for no sabe aya na ye nsu ade say na aya de bi omo ka say omo nkwa no ya anyansa for no hwe say sisi this electricity issues ni am say nche bia na ye che say almost 1300 containers ayira e port we nkwa na mi sanke roba omia okọ campaign to no kra nko ba pa Ghana for che say nia omo aye no Ghana Confancho, Monia and Shesabia, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, go back to me, Biabua, Ghana for. When we now courage, ever say you to come and can once. Yes, some more. Omunya would tell my John Dramani Mahama because or you will be on wine I just about Ghana for a way from home. This are 1 year serious, there is some more baby. It sounds like no Ghana for no, or Mama Ghana for Raho.
Robert is also on the line. Robert, good morning. Hello, Robert.
Yeah, boss.
Mamintewe.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Michia panelist at Toronto. Especially my communication director of Western Regional. Mr. Isa. In fact, NDC Ghana or studio no and Guases of Moangas NDC Nangas or Mompes Motion BB. What position good 8 years. More criticize the ECG by way of saying people buy no. Most of who do so. Yeah, so who do so in the name of financial problems. Now,
okay, it's 52 after 9 a.m. Member Studio. Let's wrap up here. Yeah, let me give you a minute of it to just conclude, and then on a super 5 minutes, then we're done. Yeah.
Obibeka abofuno. Sir, who MPP for now? Omoki ka omo nsemo ya no mu free say Ghana for no afi no mako for ya free crew for so diaba wo beka create loot and share some and he did not even understand the issues. The PDS was a Millennium Challenge Account Compact 2 $950 million ya the US government and they may free say NJ and from the operationalization of the electricity company of Ghana. NDC started the process and we left it. What we do here? I brought any Timo Density, Gabi Ochidako, Bomti Akufuado, and Elijah Mahamadou Baumia. Don't come someone now before they be shame. Gabi voice about Bonti has to deny the voice. Elijah Mahamadou Baumia went and chaired the committee. Yeah, the committee, the requirement was that the company PDS they should produce a bank guarantee. a condition precedent, meaning almost some provided the bank guarantee on financial status before they even come to negotiating table. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia went and changed it into an insurance guarantee. And the condition subsequent, which means Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, the former vice president,
he went to change it. How?
Yes, he chaired the meeting and changed the condition precedent and the bank guarantee to a condition subsequent and insurance guarantee. And indeed, John Peter Mewu on this platform, John Ningswa, said that guarantee was a defective guarantee. One of the can or can sell companies.
Thank you.
You forgot the whole way in recent past.
Yeah, is a.
On tro de odia enchebia na wa otuna da ho. Mama nchira wasam. Obanden na PDS a deal no ye cancel. Can you tell me the reason why? Kibi.
No.
It was because of the breach of condition precedent.
Yes.
By who?
Meba. You said the condition precedent was changed by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
You don't know.
And what Obanden based on condition precedent now, Omon Disono, they cancel PDS.
You don't know.
You see?
Okay.
You don't know.
It
was your fraudulent nature.
Okay.
It was a fraudulent nature.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You see? What do you try to
say? Thank you very much. There to Eshayen. Madasi, Nami Aduma, Mamzema Manma Cornelius Eshen, England. Is a former Zen petroleum manager of Western region in England. Cornelius, Nyamili Yamon Wabusomapa, and the memoir. Bismarck Yeleku, Moa, Jabenesua, Mebani Abra, Nyamili Yira on there. Yamili Yam Zemua, Yami Aduma Besesha, Nnawotwe Yi enemy. Good morning to you.